And incredible support came that day and the days and weeks after, in a ceremony also taking place in Gander, Newfoundland, where many locals welcomed nearly 7,000 passengers who were stranded in the small town. CTV's Atlantic Bureau Chief Todd Battis is there. He joins me now. Todd, good to see you. Talk to us about the incredible role Gander played on that tragic day.
Yeah, hi, Angie. And look, we're inside the arena in Gander. In a few minutes' time, there will be a ceremony here that will be broadcast across Newfoundland and Labrador, marking that incredible day and the events that followed after. Focus, of course, here in Gander and what happened in this central Newfoundland town, which, of course, is well known now and has been celebrated around the world, and it is in fact the one glimmer perhaps of hope and kindness that came out of that terrible event 20 years ago. So here at the rink, filling up with people. It'll be a full house. There will be a ceremony. It'll be a somber ceremony, but it will have moments of lightness, we understand. There will be performances. There will be videotaped addresses to the crowd from former U.S. President George W. Bush, as well, we understand, is from former Canadian Prime Minister Jean Chrétien. So that musical, Come From Away, it has told the story to audiences around the world. And Angie, what we're seeing now is not only people who were put up here in Gander for a few days who have become like family to people who live here. They come back all the time. On this anniversary, we're finding people who are come here who have been fallen in love with the musical, can't quite get it through their head that there could be a place in the world that could be so kind and so generous. And they're coming here and they're meeting those people and they're finding out that, yes, Newfoundland hospitality is very much as depicted on stage.
Yeah, an incredible moment. And as you say, they're an incredible pouring of support, a very Canadian act of kindness, certainly, Todd. And I know, I mean, take us back, you know, the coverage that you did as well, the people that you spoke to, and as you mentioned, more and more coming because they want to have that connection with this place now on the anniversary 20 years later.
Well, you know, it was 10 years ago and I was standing, I think, in the exact same spot that I am now at the 10th anniversary commemoration that they had. And I think I was telling whoever was in the chair at the time that, you know, I met this young couple who have come to Gander with the idea of writing a musical about what happened here on this day, September 11th. And everyone in town, of course, was very kind and very hospitable, but also kind of scratching their head like, well, how do you do something like that? A monumental task. And of course, what Come From Away has done is really told the story of what went on here in those intervening days after the attacks to the rest of the world. And look, we met a couple yesterday who flew in from California. Keep in mind, travel's not easy, right?
Yeah.
Flew in from California because they had seen the musical a few times and had to see for themselves if it was in fact true. They get to the airport, there's no rental cars. They're sold out. They find in an individual in town here, a gentleman named Oz, who's in the character in the musical. They run into him. He offers to drive them all over town and act as their chauffeur. So they got first-hand experience of what they saw on the stage. And they were just, the stories they will take back to the U.S. with them will only help to grow, you know, sort of the legend of what Gander has become. But apart from all that celebrity, it's the relationships that were forged here and the people who come back. I'm looking at a flight crew right now in their old Continental uniforms. Two members of the flight crew who landed on that day, Continental 5. And that's the type of thing you see at this reunion.
My goodness, I'm going to be full disclosure here, Todd. You've got me in tears. Incredible stories here, so I'm going to have to sort of compose myself a little bit here. Thank you so much for this. CTV's Todd Battis in Gander, Newfoundland. Thank you, Todd.